You have already learned about the many differences between Peruvian Pisco, Chilean Pisco, and Singani. In this lesson, I will talk about another grape-based spirit, Grappa. While both Pisco and Grappa may have a similar appearance, there are many differences between the two. I am very excited to tell you about those differences in this lesson. You now well know the regulations for resting Peruvian Pisco, so you will understand how different it is from Grappa when I tell you that Grappa can be bottled after distillation or aged in barrels. However, they aren't just dissimilar in their techniques for aging or resting. The grapes used to make Grappa and Pisco pass through very distinct processes before distillation. You have learned that Peruvian Pisco is made from the fermented fresh musts, also known as wine, a one or a blend of the 8 varieties allowed by the denomination of origin in Peru. On the other hand, Grappa can be made from any grape variety, as long as it is made solely from the leftover skins, seeds, and stalks after the juice has been extracted. These leftovers are called pumice. Here is a picture of pumice after the juice has been extracted and the skins and seeds remain in a cake-like formation. If you look at that pumice, you can see how dry it is after crushing. However, despite that lack of moisture, no water can be added at any point in the Grappa production process, not even to aid with fermentation. This is one thing that Pisco and Grappa have in common. While the rules are applied in different ways, no water can be added to either during production. You have already learned that Peruvian Pisco is distilled with a copper pot or a falca, but to make Grappa, distillers must use double boiler or steam distillation. This is so the dry pumice doesn't burn. Distillation is the process of separating alcohol from water through boiling, evaporation, and condensation. So how does it work? Alcohol boils at a lower temperature than water, so the alcoholic vapors evaporate first when heated. Those vapors rise up and are cooled in a separate chamber, where they condense back to a liquid state, for example, Pisco, Grappa, whiskey, Singani, etc., with a higher proportion of alcohol. Now you will watch a very simple video that demonstrates the different concepts of distillation.
In steam distillation, water is boiled in a separate chamber below the mass of fermented pumice. When the alcoholic vapors rise up and condense, the pumice falls to the bottom of the still and creates more steam. In copper pot distillation, the still is loaded directly with wine. The still is then direct flame heated until the wine boils, causing the alcohol to evaporate. In double boiler distillation, there are 2 chambers, one inside the other. The larger chamber is filled with water, which boils around the interior pot holding the pumice. The water's insulation causes the mixture in the interior pot to heat slowly and evenly, which prevents burning. And just as the other 2 processes explained before, the alcoholic vapors rise, condense, and are collected.
So just to review, Peruvian Pisco is usually distilled with a copper pot still, direct flame heated. Sometimes a falca still is used in Peru. Grappa, on the other hand, is distilled using double boiler or steam distillation to prevent burning on the pumice. Grappa is then watered down after distillation to reach desired proof. Grappa and Pisco don't only differ in the distillation techniques used to make the spirits, but also in the grape varieties used, the regions where they are made, and the use of classifications. Grappa must be made from Italian grapes and distilled in Italy, the Italian part of Switzerland, or San Marino. In fact, there is a denomination of origin for Grappa that is recognized in the European Union. It is worth mentioning again that Grappa can be made from any variety, however it has to be from the leftovers of winemaking. Again, as you know, Peruvian Pisco can be made from one or a blend of the 8 grapes allowed in Pisco production. You can also flavor and infuse Grappa, something that never can happen in the production of Peruvian Pisco. Grappa is also classified according to its age, the grape or grapes from which the mark was obtained, and possibly the vegetable essences used to flavor it. You already know that Pisco does not have any classifications. Let's focus on the age classifications in this lesson. Giovanni is a young Grappa. That means that after production, it is bottled immediately or remains in stainless steel tanks until bottling. Affinata Grappa is aged less than 12 months in wood barrels. Invecchiata or Vecchia is aged 12 to 18 months. And Stravecchia and Riserva is aged more than 18 months. Now you know there are many differences between Peruvian Pisco and Grappa, including the grapes used, their distillation methods, age classifications, and many more. Click below to complete the activity for Lesson 6, and then please take the Unit 2 quiz before moving on to Unit 3. I hope you found this lesson useful. Thank you.